Good morning. Let's take a check of how the equity markets are faring this morning, and the headline is that the benchmark indices have opened lower and the broader markets are once again outperforming. The numbers are 18,048 for the Nifty 50. It's trading with cuts of about 1/3%. The Sensex 2 holding above 60,000, in fact hovering around 60,500. And the broader markets, the mid-cap index, that's gaining about 1/3% or so, and the small cap index is gaining about 0.5%. Now, look at the benchmark index, and the picture is somewhat distorted here because a number of the heavyweights on the benchmark are losing ground. Reliance Industries at this point down about 1.4%, HDFC losing 1.3% as well. HDFC Bank also among the losers. In fact, quite a few of the private sector banks losing ground. HDFC Bank down about 0.8%, Kotak Mahindra Bank down about 0.9% or so, ICICI Bank down about 0.7%. So that really is contributing to the underperformance of the benchmark right now. Among the sectors that you have to watch out for and trade, you have the realty index that's front and center yet again, 0.9% higher on the realty index, and that's on account of quite a bit of buzz in the sector on the fundraising front. You have macro tech developers that is launching a QIP. You have news around Phoenix, all of that contributing to the already exuberant sentiment with regard to realty, and how that is a story that is playing out. A lot of interest in home buying seems to have come up. Now, the other sectors that are in focus, metal doing quite well. In fact, from the names on the Nifty 50 itself, you have JSW Steel that's gaining about 1% or so. Tata Steel also gaining about 0.75%. The auto sector names are in focus on the benchmark. You have Maruti Suzuki that's gaining about 1.8%, Tata Motors up 1.4%, Hero MotoCorp up as much as 1% or so. So those are the names that are in focus. Grasim once again gaining about 0.5% or so. M&M as well gaining about 0.7% or thereabouts. So that's really the picture for the benchmarks. Among the broader market, there's some of the names that you want to pay attention to. Coforge is having quite a day, gaining about 6.4% or so. Motherson Sumi from the Auto Ank list is also doing quite well. Perhaps there is a view that some of those problems with regard to supply chain issues, semiconductor issues, easing out just a tad bit. Remember, the problems in the sector did not have to do with the demand picture. Quite a few companies have reported that the demand is actually quite strong. They just have not been able to produce on account of the semiconductor issues that they've all been facing. IRCTC once again gaining about 1.8%. Among the losers, you have Ashok Leyland, that is the exception to the rule as far as the automotive sector is concerned, losing about 1.8% or 2% at this juncture. Ipca Labs, that's losing 2%. Glenmark down about 2% or so, and Manappuram about 1.7%. So as things stand, the market breadth still tilted in favor of the gainers, but perhaps for the benchmark indices, you might just see continued consolidation. Remember, foreign institutions, investors have been largely selling apart from the off day. In fact, for the last couple of days, you had a bit of buying from both the DIIs as well as FIIs, but broadly for the month so far, they've net sold about 5,000 crore rupees worth of equity, and that leads on from what they did in the previous month as well, where they sold as much as 25,500 crore worth of equity on a net basis. So that's the picture as things stand. We'll see how it pans out over the course of the day.